Welcome back to Alternative Reality Gaming. I'm your host Lenny, and if you're lucky, one of my furry co-hosts will join us today. Your stream will begin shortly. Enjoy. Alright, we are back with some Euro Truck Simulator 2 again today. We are playing on the Grand Utopia 1-to-1 scale fantasy island map. Working away from the ground up, don't have our own truck yet, mostly trying to discover the map first, and then just kind of saving along the way. So it's easier that way. It keeps me out of denial that makes me think that I'm a decent driver. But in all reality, there's about a $5,000 worth of fine difference going on. Oh, hey, I think I finally entered a new week, maybe? Because the fine gap is getting smaller. Yeah, I musta. Huh, doesn't tell me anything more than that. Okay, so let's grab a job and get back on the road. So, everything in white I have already seen, everything in black I have not. I usually try to click somewhere, find a load, and then if I have to, I'll force it to go like a direction I want it to go. Like that one is actually doing that for me, kind of. Um, so like this one. I actually kind of want to do this one because I can force it to come over here. And we'll knock out all of that and this upper part that was black on this island. So this is a 30-minute run, but I should have the time. Let's lower the seat down, get this wheel down out of my face. I did forget to start the truck. Luckily the mirrors are not digital. Go until we can just barely see the truck. You're in it, you know where it's at. Do the same thing with your other mirror. The other mirrors actually look good. So let's start this truck. Let's get this lights on. I usually kick on the engine brake so that I can use it to decel. I don't really use cruise control much, and for some reason cruise control fights the engine braking on Euro Truck and won't let you use it at the same time. I mean, unless one of you guys got a trick to get past that, awesome, share it, that'd be great. Wait a sec. A lot of that road, it's saying that I didn't. Oh, you know what? That's the right side, not seeing. That's what I was saying earlier. It'll count if I've driven down the left side and not the right side of a road, like the opposing ways. So on this one, it's white because I already went south, but I never went north on that highway system. So there's little weird spots that I haven't seen yet, but I'm mostly just trying to see like the scenery. There's shit here I've never seen. I've never seen a lot of this, so like that. But we got the load going where we want it to go now. It says it's going to be a 30-minute run still, so that's perfect. Let's get on the road. Looks like we are driving, I think MAN has this logo. What is on the front of this truck? Yes, it is a MAN. So we are driving a MAN. Let's get on the road. Kind of looks like I might have to do a loop-de-loop around these silos. Kind of looks like the exit might be behind me. Kind of looks like there might be an off. Oh, it is an off-road trail that way. Sweet. I don't gotta go that way, but there is one. Should I need it? Oh. The road out of here is an off-road road. Interesting. Is this going to be another load that I'm going to fail? Like load, I think it was 50 or 51, that I just could not get down that dirt road for the life of me. And then I even tried to cheat and tow myself out of there. And still failed miserably. It got stuck somewhere else where there was a bridge in my way that I couldn't get under. So can't go too fast, because if air suspension bounces too much, I'll hit the ground and I'll do damage to the truck that way. Also, the excessive wobbling and motion of the truck creates motion sickness in VR. So, we're going to keep it slow and steady. As because I really don't feel like being nauseous to the point where I'm gonna fucking throw up today. Although this seems to be working to test those limits. I mean, I don't really have to tilt my head, but I'm kind of doing this to keep retrospect on where flat Earth is. Like level. It seems silly, I know, but I would like to know when the truck is actually stable instead of at full tilt. And if you've done any off-roading, you probably understand what I'm talking about. Whoa! Dude, there's stolen, smashed up, ditched cars here? I'm used to that where I'm from, so that's... I find that shit fishing all the time. Hell, the one time we were swimming, we were jumping off of trees into the quarries and stuff. There was a car underneath the tree that we were jumping on. We were actually scared to go down there to see if there was anyone in it. Plus it was too deep. Like we could see it, but none of us could get down that low. Like we even tried diving off of the tree to get, you know, the momentum to get down that far. No one could do it. So we ended up reporting it. Never really found anything out about it. And then a couple months later, my friend drowned in those same quarries and we never went back. No foul play, accidents happen. Apparently quarries have undertows because of all their little channels, like the mine shafts and all that stuff. They can actually develop a current. And he had gotten into a fight at school earlier that day, and his back was pretty jacked up, and he decided to go out swimming with us anyways. Well, with my friends. I didn't go that day. If I would've, he might still be here. At the time, I was on the swim team and had done a lot of practicing for like CPR and lifeguarding and rescuing and stuff like that. Actually, I'm trying to think if it was before or after. I want to say I had already saved 2 people's lives through swimming by that point. Nothing to do with the program or anything like that. Just coincidence, right place at the right time type thing. I was swimming at Lake Point Campground in Coal City, and there was a short bus that came in with a bunch of disabled children and their chauffeurs, and they showed up at the beach and started swimming. Me and my brother were in one of those boats with the pedals. We were fishing and they're pretty much unsinkable. Like you can seriously fill those things with water and they won't sink. So we pulled up by the beach and we were sinking the boat and swimming around, just screwing around. We kind of finished up fishing and wasn't catching anything that day. and stand up on the boat and get ready to jump in. And there's a fucking kid floating like 5 feet from us, just back up, floating. Dude, I grabbed that kid so fast and drug his ass to shore. And his chauffeurs beat me. They came running over, and I had already started CPR. One of them took over, and they saved the kid. Hi, kitty. I even made it into the newspaper actually for that one. Even though I had nothing to do with the kid. Like, anybody would have done that. It's alright, but you see a kid floating, you don't just sit there and stare at him like. Dude, this road is fucking wild. And the second one, hey you. I was also fishing. And funny enough, I was there 120% illegally. You moved my mouse, you jerk. It was Fossil Rock Campground. I used to have a membership there. And when I left, I knew where they hid, the owner hid their spare gate key. So we got a hold of that and we would go in there fishing all the time. It's not like we were really hurting anything. The campground was pretty well shut down at this point. I mean, it wasn't shut down, just nobody was really going. And I was in the back fishing, Bass Lake, at one of the boat docks. This lake was set up that there's like 3 or 4 boat docks, and you can kind of see them all from each other. They're just gravel paths that go into the water, not like real not real docks. They're just where there's no plants anymore for people pushing their boats in all the time. And I'm sitting there fishing, and this guy comes back there. He starts backing a boat down, and gets it to the water, and this dude's like, no exaggeration, well over 350 pounds, easy. He's by himself, and you know, I wave. He waves back, gets in his boat, and it's got the trolling motor and the battery, because there's no gas motors allowed at Fossil. And they're at the back of the boat. He's at the back of the boat. So the water's here, and this boat is sitting like this when he gets in it. The front's not even touching the water. And you can tell. Well, fuck me sideways. Do I just follow the dirt? Alright. Good luck! Yeah, so he gets in his boat, and he starts backing into the water, like off the trailer. And he gets out to the deepest section right in front of that launch. I'd been camping at Fossil my whole life, so I know how deep the water is. Like, I swim there and shit a lot when I was younger. And crap. Wait, I don't want to turn in, I want to turn out. I need to get it away from the rocks. Okay. So yeah, so I already knew exactly how far he really needed to be. Shit. And I don't know if he looked behind him, because that place was fucking like just straight drop-offs to they were old strip mines. So like they went straight the fuck down. They were super deep. I'm so afraid this front end's just gonna drop. I don't know where the edge of the road is. Is this a dual axle truck? I need to know... Damn it, I can't kick the diff in. So I need... See, it's not even touching, and it's yelling at me that it's touching. So we're gonna have to swing way the fuck out there, I think. So back to that story, though. Yeah, so he starts backing up, and like I said, I don't know if he started seeing the seaweed or what, and he panicked, and he goosed the throttle, and the front of that boat just came straight up, flipped his ass over. Obviously the dude went in, and he just started screaming, "I can't swim." Now, mind you, there's no paths directly between these boat launches. You're talking just water. So, oh, the road goes that way. I'm trying to go that way. Good thing I started looking. Holy fuck. Jeez, this is awesome, but terrifying. So I ended up, he was too far away. I knew it was going to take me longer to swim to him than it was going to be to run to him. So I ran from one boat dock to the next one, stripping along the way down to my boxers, and just jumped in, grabbed the boat first. I was trained. And then pushed the boat to him and told him, hold on to the boat, not me. If you try to come near me, I'm going to swim away from you. The boat will not sink, hold on to it. So he held on to the boat, and I drug the boat to shore. You never, ever, ever want to let someone that you're trying to rescue get on top of you. They will drown you. So, ended up getting him to shore, and he was like, "Dude, what do I owe you? Like, you just saved my life." I just told him, "Don't tell the owner I was here." Never happened. It's that easy. I wasn't supposed to be there, and luckily for him, I was. So, it was a crazy experience. Don't ever want to go through it again. But if I had to, I would. What is that building? It looks like a mole machine from World of Warcraft. Just dark iron dwarves are gonna be like and pop out of that fucking thing. I wonder if the beach is smoother. She's not actually looking at the ocean, she's stuck. So this is going to be a lot longer than 30 minutes. I can tell you that right now, because I don't think this thing factors in these dirt roads. I don't really mind. As long as you don't. Riding gears here. I don't want to go too fast because my luck, they're going to throw a freaking pothole right in the middle of this thing. It's going to fuck the truck up. So, it doesn't say how much. Yeah, like it's still saying 27 minutes. So it thinks that that was 3 minutes. So, yeah, let's, this route is, that part was fucking awesome. This part, not so much. Can't always have your cake and eat it too, though, I guess. Chateau doors discovered. We gotta keep going straight. Why does it sound... I'm hoping that was in the game. It's weird that I just heard rain hitting the side of my house. But at the same time, I don't have this earpiece on all the way. So the gravel kind of sounds like that too. I took my earpiece off so I could hear the pup-ups. And it's sitting on the Oculus's head strap, so it's not even bugging my ears, so I'm just leaving it. Oh, that's cool. Is that a castle? It's kind of nauseating to stare at it, so I'm gonna come back. There's a cup in the cup holder. Last guy didn't clean his truck when he was done with it. Alright, so it looks like we're finally to the coast. Back to civilization. So we can... La Josephine? Apparently is where I was. But we can get back on the road and get going. That's cool. Whoa. Okay, I gotta go around the block to re-look at that. Was that 3 trucks on a trailer or 1 truck towing 3 trucks? Okay, it's 3 trucks on a trailer. I thought that first truck was towing those other 2, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just look at? Brain just didn't process it the first time around. A Mini Pooper, a BMW, that's M3. I'm assuming it's an M3 just because it's yellow. Calm down. And yes, I know there's non-yellow M3s, but we all know that the BMW owners that buy yellow BMWs are usually those same ones that are buying the M's. So. What? I didn't turn my headlights on? I swore I did, but okay. I gotta go left here. You know what? Thinking in my head now, I think the last track I remember turning the headlights on was that, the DEF that had the little picture of the truck inside of it on the console. I don't know. I'll have to go back and check. Kind of feels like that one road in Florida that leads out into the, was it the Keys? No, I don't think I was by the Keys when I was on that. I'm sure, damn it, I'm sure there's more than one. I mean, when you're around water, you're bound to have these kinds of little bridges like this. I want to say I seen one in St. Paul too when I was there, and then there's something over by Jacksonville. I think there was one over by Jacksonville too. Yeah, I might be trapped in the house now, but I used to get around. Hopefully I can get my feet back on the ground, get back to doing some kind of work to make some real money and start traveling the world. Because I would like to see Japan, even though definitely can't speak a lick of Japanese. And I struggle very badly with people who have accents. So I would be depending on phone translators the entire time. But I think their culture is amazing. Fuck off! 40 and a 30. I think that their architecture is also amazing. And I love their vehicles. I want to go over there, rent a Toyota MR2, and take it up into the mountains. I want to drive Mount Akagi. I want to drive pretty much all. You're already guessing it if you recognized Akagi or even Akina. Initial D, an old anime based on street racing in the toges, the mountain passes of Japan, and I just think it would be fucking awesome to go do it. I mean, obviously I'm not gonna go racing in the toges, I'd fucking die. Don't know any of the roads, it'd be super dangerous, but to be able to actually see it, and Initial D was insanely accurate for being an anime cartoon. All the way down the vehicles, the locations, everything. Hell, they got Mount Akina in that show was shown end to end numerous times, and I guess I never really looked that closely to see if like they fucked up any turns, but like from what you can tell, it's 100% accurate. And I don't know, just awesome. It's where drifting started. It's where a lot of different types of racing started. And then on top of that, that's where a lot of the people that were building these cars and stuff were taking them, for testing and stuff like that. So I mean, I seriously believe that a lot of cars were put through their paces up there and wrung out, and you know, figure out the quirks. And you're talking a tiny little island. I highly doubt that every single Japanese manufacturer actually had their own little test track and all that shit. Like, sure, they might have had something, but like, just like us in the US, most of the racing that was going on back in the day. Ooh, shit, threw it in reverse. That would have blown the engine. Like the Bonneville salt flats and all that stuff. Most of those were manufacturers out there testing concepts and stuff like that. Formula One with like Ferrari and all that. That's where they're doing all their testing. I mean, I get that they're not, you know, throwing Chevy Aveos out in Formula 1 or nothing like that. But I can guarantee you that majority of the tech that has to do with engine management and all that stuff originated from racing. They can push the limits, find all the weaknesses and the strengths. Trying to remember, I don't think I have any traffic mods on. So I think all this traffic is actually part of the Grand Utopia map, but I could be wrong. I know the Japan map has its own traffic. And there's definitely some weird traffic mixed in here. Cause I don't remember seeing any of them weird little covered van things in Euro Truck. Definitely seen V-dub. Wait a minute, is this a Dodge in front of me? It looked like a 300C from Chrysler. That's an American vehicle. I mean, I guess it could have been imported. I'll let it slide. I can't tell if this is Land Rover or Ford in front of me. It kind of looks like a Ford badge. Yeah, it's Ford. Oh, but they do have Ford. They just have a different Ford. I don't know how to... It's not that it's different. They definitely make different vehicles, though. Like, what is it? The Ford Focus is a Ford Mondeo over there. And then, like, we had the Ford Escort, but it was not the same as their Ford Escort. And then they had a Ford Escort Cosworth that we really never got. That was just fucking ridiculous. Made from your rally racing. So, like, their Ford is a lot cooler than our Ford. Or yeah, maybe not. Because we did have the, what was it, the Cobra. I'm not really big of a fan of a Mustang, but had that, and then what, the GT40. What else was Ford's big one? Okay, so note to self, everything going through the city takes way longer than the GPS thinks. We'll see at the end how long it actually takes, but I'm still saying 13 minutes now. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Speed limit 70. 50, let's 80 now. Do still got some zigzags up ahead, so I gotta be careful. So I don't go tipping my rig. I I do have stability turned all the way off, pretty much. I think I do have it all the way off. Now I'm thinking about it. I want to say its stability is all the way off, and cabin suspension is at 50%, so I still get some wobble. I figure 100% would be like brand new cab suspension. Actually, probably even better than cab suspension normally. And I figured 0 is more like blown cab suspension, so I didn't want to run 0 either. So I figured I'd go for a middle ground. That's kind of like a high mileage cab with some worn out suspension. So got a little wobble to it, but not too bad. I will admit, I actually do like single lane roundabouts. I still don't really understand the bigger ones, but the single ones are definitely a lot better than sitting at a light. Just not a fan of sitting there. I'd rather drive slow for 10 minutes than sit still for 10 minutes. Even if it's gonna get us the same distance. And yes, I get if you're sitting still. Not going slow is actually gonna move. So they can't go the same distance, but you get where I was going with that. No, man! Let's just see if you're awake. No red light for me. Oh no. My Jolly Ranchers tried to escape. No escape for you. Light green yet? No. Now it is. There. Some cool looking high rises. They kind of have a Russian feel to them, but at the same time, I have a feeling my idea of Russian architecture is actually probably European architecture. And I've just seen a lot more of Russian than most other European countries. Thanks to all the recent war videos. Looks like there's no speed limit here whatsoever. Interesting. I'm afraid because if it's like 30 and it just suddenly kicks in, basically the programmer didn't program it in. Ah, 50. I didn't see it there for, wait, was it there before? Oh. Yeah, cause now it's gone. But yeah, there's sections of road where he forgot to, oh no, I'm not supposed to be over here. The map doesn't go this way. So I'm actually driving on a section of road. That's awesome though, because he actually drew it. This is one of those things that I've kind of always joked around with CS. I think that the base game, that if there's a detour, you should actually just be able to wander off and go off into random parts of the city that like aren't on the map. Because that's exactly what I just did. I didn't realize I was supposed to be over there. I was supposed to be on that highway. Whoops. Okay. So when I get to this road, it should reroute me. So I'm going to have to go right. That's awesome though. So it let me do it. See, like, in the base game, the road wouldn't have been there. It would have looked like it was, and I would have been like, woo, and fell through the map. So, like, this just legitimately felt like I missed my fucking turn and had to go out of the way. Stuff like this really makes me want to make a map, because I think it's just so badass that people really can think that in depth to... excuse me. Just burping over here. You know, the things that out of sight, out of mind. You're building a truck simulating map, not, you know, a world map for the whole world. So they really didn't have to finish those roads, just like SCS doesn't. But it would definitely make the game a lot better. Some parts of the base game do have that if you turn off the roadblocks, because normally the base game just blocks those roads. Then, like, as you're driving, you see some big stupid floating X's, and that tells you you can't go that way. I have them turned off, and the warnings always say, like, be careful turning it off, because, yeah, you can go flying off the fucking map. I think it's a risk. It's a necessary risk, because the game just seriously gets ruined when you see shit like that, like floating icons and junk. It just makes it feel like a game. And I know you just went, well, it is a game. Kinda. It's also a simulator. So, I mean, it needs to simulate what it's simulating, you know? This is pretty cool. Don't karate chop me, bus. Yeah, if you weren't there for the last one, bus came around a corner and just fucking smacked me and rolled me over. Well, we know the speed limit's not 30. Don't know what it is. Apparently, now they put a speed limit after it. That makes sense. Except it's a waste of metal to put 2 signs instead. Center. I really wanted to just been, hey! My luck, there'd be a fucking like little wall right in the middle and I'd hit it. Or they'd put an invisible wall. Way too fast. That roundabout didn't even need to be there. Is that a road? I really want to know. Is it a road or an aqueduct? I don't know if I'll be able to get high enough. No. That's upsetting. Alright. I tried. Speeding again. Let's do 76. Or not, because I have my engine brake on. I forgot about that. Turn off the engine brake. Set the cruise control to 75. Using all the lanes, alright? Because I don't know which one to be in. Oh, straight ahead. It looks like it's back there. But I don't know. They want it backed in? Yeah. So, we're going to try and get it straight as we can right off the bat, and then we'll straighten out and back it in. You can barely see out of that little tiny mirror. I still don't see the cones yet. So, looks like the trailer's got to come over quite a bit. This isn't going to work. I already know it's not going to, but I'm trying to get myself at an angle diagonally so that I don't have to worry about these dumpsters. Come on, roll down the window. Bottom one's still blocked. Now I see better. Actually, I think that's right. We want to be on that side of that tree. Stalled it. I don't know why it's stalling so much. Because I don't want. Oh, because I'm in R3. I only need to be in R1. That explains a lot then. I went over too fast. on the air brake. We are parked correctly, and honestly, we're probably not going to make any money on this load anyways. Wonder if I should go sleep to change the day. There's a sleeping spot right there. Let's go sleep. We're going to change it to tomorrow. Oop. There. Let's go back on the inside. Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on a sec. If I disconnect the trailer, it's gonna finish the load. But if I pull forward, right there, disconnect the trailer, it won't count it. And then I can go sleep and come back. It'd be way easier to back up to that trailer. Excuse me, peeps. This is what it looks like when the yard dogs get out of the yard too. Whee! I was sliding. Come on, guys. Move, bitch! Get up the way! Christ on a bicycle. Yeah, now you go. Freaking run your ass over. 2 cars at the same pump. Y'all are idiots. I already knew that. This is a resting place, but I am not tired now. Can I still hit enter? No! Boo! So wait a minute. How does that work if I turn off fatigue? I need to switch to another day. Until I have my own truck, I can't really do that. Options, fatigue is in gameplay. Fatigue simulation is not on. I thought I had it on. Interesting. So now what about... Alright, well, we're gonna have to leave it on. I thought I had it on. Because I mean, it's not like it matters. I always do quick loads and those don't really count your sleep because after each load it counts as, you know, a break. Dang. It was worth a shot trying to get to the next day. Oh my god. It was just sliding. Forgot about the rain. I can't get any traction now. It's actually easier to drive this thing with a trailer. It's like on a sheet of ice without the trailer. Excuse me. Still sliding. There's that damage. Now, we just come flying back over here. Line back up with the box. Slam her in there. Take the trailer back up 5 feet. Turn in the load. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, almost an hour long though. So, we got bonuses apparently. So I made 1,887, but I did lose, I think, like $500 almost to fines between headlights and stupid shit. So I am at 51,809 euros. So I guess till next time, peace. If you liked today's episode, please consider leaving a like and subscribing as it goes a long way to helping the channel to grow. Thank you.